Hello there guys, my name is Jay or the 8 and welcome back to another episode of Empyrion, where today we're going to be spotlighting a ship called the Phoenix-036 by a guy called Phoenix. Now this craft is a Corvette style ship and it is a capital vessel. It is one of the biggest ships I've seen so far in Empyrion, but I haven't really seen a lot of ships yet, have I? So it is pretty big. Now what we do have is a lot of different areas, living quarters, a hangar bay right underneath, which is something I want to try and achieve on my New Dawn build, which is in the actual survival series. But yeah, this thing's armed to the teeth with guns, and I absolutely love some of the small finer details. I'm not sure on the plated texture that he's got used on here, but I will be honest, when the newer textures come in with the 6.0, I'm going to be really happy to mess around with the textures a bit more, because I'm finding they're a bit limited at the moment, but you still can do some pretty badass looking things, and this is one of the things, because from afar it looks pretty good, but as you start looking at the textures a bit more, you're kind of like, I don't know, but you kind of get over it. The back section, I love these thruster bays at the back. How he's used a large thruster and then sort of added this framework around it and painted it looks really cool and blends in really nicely, and I just love the overall design of the ship. We've got these little hangovers like a Venator style ship, and they have the guns underneath them, so you can get a really good arc of fire at people that are below you, which is quite cool. And of course the top has just guns everywhere, so it's a really nice ship is what I'm trying to say, and something that I know how long ships like this would take to build, and seriously there's a lot of love and effort that go into ships on Empyrion, because when you think about ships on Empyrion and some of the features that you have in Empyrion as well as compared to Space Engineers has features where you can mass paint. Now I haven't found that feature yet. If it does exist, if it does, please tell me, but ships like this really do take so much care and attention, because on the internals of the blocks you'll have different textures as to the outside and whatever else. And I'm currently working on a little ship which I keep building and then stopping and binning it, and starting and stopping and binning it, and I think I've got the design down now and I'm almost finished with it. But yeah, let's have a look at the Phoenix and go on to the insides of it. Now what I really want to do is I want to go through the bridge first and then work my way down, because I feel like I'm going to get a bit lost. So we'll turn off our jetpack and we'll walk along the top. Now there's a little bit of a lag spikiness as we get closer to the ship. But as we push on in, we have this lovely bridge section which just has a very nice atmosphere about it. I like where the tables are placed, I like where some of the consoles are and the seats, and just look at the view out. It's just gorgeous to have this large expanding view around you. And if we sit in the cockpit and actually fly up a little bit and then also use our alt, we have quite a lot of a viewing arc here, which is good. Now what I am going to do is I'm going to take her out into outer space, and once we've done that we'll go around the rest of the ship. I think this ship, coupled with the planet loading and everything else happening, is kind of causing a little bit of iffiness, but we'll see what happens. I've never really had to deal with things like this in terms of ships being this big, so we'll see what happens, and if it continues I'll try and move my mouse as slow as possible to give you guys the best view of the ship possible. And I have done this with Space Engineers in the past, where the game has just been too laggy. I've had to slow my DPI down, which is kind of funny but annoying at the same time. So here we are, leaving the atmosphere now. Happy days. We'll just come to a nice stop and fall part way through the ship. That made no sense, but what we'll do is we'll fly back up into and close the hangar down, and we will just jump back into the cockpit. So let's jump back through here. Now of course oxygenization, I can't speak today, is not a thing at the moment in this update, but in 6.0 it will be. So I believe this ship has been designed with that in mind, which is good. Now I am using my light at this bit because things have gone a little bit dark. And also, we don't appear... Oh, it's like an elevator weirdness. Okay. So that will take us all the way down. This takes us through to where exactly? Oh, it takes us out to the back, in which there is a tiny little... Oh, it looks like a fighter vessel. It's actually another gun. So we do have access to the rear of the ship as well, which is good. Because you do need that access if a gun breaks or you need to get engineers onto the top deck as quick as. So that's pretty cool. I like that. Now then, let's head on down the elevator to this floor. What is on this floor exactly? All we have is a bit of a construction bay, which is kind of cool. So we have like gathered resources, and we have some of the advanced constructors, as well as lots and lots of cargo. And we have 2 cells here that can be sort of functioning separate from each other, which is nice. And that means you've got, you know, you can sort of keep it all in one area. So that's kind of cool. Now then, we have corridors, and where are these corridors going to take us? They're going to take us to many numerous doors. We have a cryopod area here with loads of ammo. Jesus. Okay, nice. I'm guessing this is mirrored, same on the other side. That takes us down to the next level. And ooh, wow, what is this? We have radar. So this is where the radar and the gravity are both generated. That's nice. I like how it's got its own room. And then we've got these really cool antenna looking things that he's painted orange to make stand out, which really does add detail to the vessel. Right then, so as we progress down the ship, we actually start to see some of the guns, which kind of gets exciting. And then we can press on through to the hangar, which is massive. This is on a freaking other scale. This is like, Jesus. I thought the one that Robin had built in game was huge, but Jesus. Right, so before we head on back through there, I'm going to push on down here and see if there's there should be some sort of elevator that takes us down, unless I need to take the other one that I skipped out on down. We have these doors which take us into the operations of the hangar. Look at it. Oh my god. It's Jesus. Oh my god. I like where this is gone, because you've got these like multiple bays for things. That's really, really nice and cool. So yeah, we do have a lift or an elevator, whatever you want to call it, and a continuation of the walkway there. As we head down, we are now inside the hangar bay, which has these huge doors which do open and close, and then we also have this doors set here that will all open together, I would imagine, and they provide a ramp for hover vessels or wheeled vessels, hopefully in the future. And wow, okay, it's multi-tiered. I've only just got that. So we have 2 tiers of hangar. So we could have like all the hover ships over there, and then we could have all the actual flying ships over here maybe. And we do have, again, these shutters which open up and allow for smaller ships to exit. And I'm going to have to race against this. No, I'm not going to ever do this, am I? Okay, there we go. They're a bit weird. Alright then. So, pressing on back down from where we once were. We do have a door there. Which... Ooh, is that a repair bay? Oh, that's nice. So we have loads of little things, like little details scattered around. And then we do have this elevator, and then this continuation, which I think is, yeah, it's like a rear access tunnel sort of thing, so you can get out the back if you need to. And it's like an emergency exit. Alright, so we were heading towards that canteen cafeteria looking room, and we're going to go back to there now, because we are done here. So, is it this way? We've been through here. These doors progress on through. Oh, wow, wow, wow. That's like an access hatch for the stuff. Then we have this other room that looks down over everything. And there are some more shutters down there. That's weird, but kind of cool. And then push back through to here. Wow. This place is slowly turning into a maze. I feel like there could be it could be a good idea to have perhaps stuck on maybe some signposts well, some LCD screens that maybe point out where you have to go or where you want to go, because I've seen that on some of the other ships and they work really well, but on here it needs it a lot more because of the, you know, just because of how big and how many rooms there are to this. But here we are in like the cafeteria. Well, it's not really a cafeteria, it's more of like, oh yeah, I guess it is. You got the food processors here. You got like your kitchen area here, and then you got some lounging areas as well as some food areas. And I'm guessing we're going to see at some point, yeah, we've got some fridges for food storage. So you want to protect the fridges because food is the most important thing to me. And then we have this deck, which I can only assume is the flight deck, and then the one on top is the sort of the battle deck, maybe. Because you'd use this one a bit better because you can see below, or you've got an underview of the ship, and then the other one you've got an overview of all the guns. So you can see exactly what's going on. I don't know. You could probably use one or the other. That's really cool. I like that. Right, let's press on back the way we came, and we can, if we head down, we'll end up back at the hangar, won't we? Yeah, we'll end up back here. So can we head any further? Oh, we're only going upwards now. Okay. Alright, so where are we? Right, so we dropped down here, didn't we? And we went into the hangar bay. And I think we just cleared the front section of the ship. Yeah, we've been in there as well. We've been in there. And then this corridor leads us to back there. Okay, so we are kind of heading back on ourselves a little bit, so I need to keep pushing this way. We did kind of get to the front of the ship because of that area, that sort of cockpit area, which I showed you guys, but which way? What's through here? Oh wow, my favourite place is in Empyrion, a farm. Sick. And he's got this thing up here that kind of looks like it would water them. We've got the grow pots and the grow... and the... Has the whole ship just gone off? Yeah, it appears the whole ship has just gone off. Restore power, there we go. So the ship only had enough power to sort of keep it going for a little while. So if you are going to use this ship for any sort of actual play, I would really recommend that you make sure that it's got enough fuel, because that was kind of terrifying. I legitimately thought I had completely screwed it up. Right then, well, pushing on the opposite way, we actually do come to those fuel tanks now, which is great. So this is the fuel and engine room. Ooh, I love these rooms. They're like a hive of activity, and they look so cool. Alright then. So this is the top level. We need to get down to a secondary level, don't we? Which isn't here. We've got like some balconies and stuff, but these are the RCS, aren't they? Yeah. But I'm guessing that we have to head down another level and end up here. And there we go. We are physically in where the reactors and the generators are. So we got this, which says it's radioactive. This is the warp drive for the ship, which, may I say, looks badass in this enclosure. I like the enclosure a lot, and I like the little warning symbols and shit on top. We do also have a bit of a shutter there which you can open and close. I guess some maintenance if you needed to. And then we have the generators, which by looks of things, this thing is running on 2 generators. Yeah, 2 generators, 2 large generators. So those are more than enough for this. And then we have some things for fuel storage. showers, I'm guessing, for radioactive material to be scrubbed off of you. And then let's head even further down. What's here? Ooh, is this the med bay? I think it's something of a similar light. Yeah, so we've got like a scanner in here, and wow, all the screens and gizmos and giblets and stuff. Yeah, it is the med bay. We've got a nice little med symbol there. And then we end up back at the other end of the ship. Sweet, I like that. Now, while we're down here, we're going to check out... Wow. Open. So basically, what is behind these is just large amounts of cargo, because of course you will need the cargo for, for accessing, for materials and stuff when you're building. Let's just open up all these doors, shall we, and see how much space we actually have. Wow. That is a serious amount of space that you have to nod around in and just be able to fly your ships in. You've got a really good scale of how... I mean, if you look at my character, you've got a really good idea of exactly how much space you've got in here for ships. And you can fit in some really big small ships, which is pretty freaking cool, especially if you want to leave this in space, turn it off, and then perhaps take out a big small ship, and then you can come back to this one. You could do that, or you could just have shitloads of small crafts that do different things, which is probably the point of having this, some attack fighters and stuff. I don't know, it's just really, really cool to see a ship on this scale, and I haven't really dug into one yet. I think the only other thing we need to do is really look at the weapons that we actually have on this vessel, because there are a lot of guns on here, and a lot of them are pretty standard things. So we do have the... what guns are they? Let's go P. So we have 9 weapons on here. We have pulse lasers and rocket launchers. So they don't actually have ammunition at the moment, because of course every ship comes empty. It'd be good if they saved the inventory of what you were using, but we have those. And then we just got the large amounts of turrets which you can access. So if you go to here, and we have 25 turrets on this thing. And we have like artillery cannons, which you would have seen in the episode where me, Robin and Bram went knobbing around. These things do make a massive noise, but they do massive damage as well. And you do have the bullet drop and everything there. So if you are into, really shooting people up in Empyrion, then use those. They are pretty badass. But yeah, now I haven't really rammed a ship into a planet before, so we're going to do that now, because last time I crashed one into water. I said last time, the first one I did, I crashed into water and it didn't really do a lot. So we're going to actually just check out the velocity that gets built up on this ship, and that looks really cool. Print screen. Look at it burning up in the atmosphere. Wow, that was really cool. It's just dropping out the sky now. And this might get a little bit laggy depending on if it damages or not. From what I'm aware, it shouldn't, but nope. And that's what happens when you crash in Empyrion. It kind of just rubber bands around a little bit, and you don't really take too much damage at the moment. But if you crash it into water, my favourite thing is it floats. This I don't think will float, because I think it might get to the bottom of the water before it actually does. But if we were to for whatever reason, it just stops in midair. It's that responsive. But when you crash, okay, this doesn't really float. The ship is underwater. Oh my god, does that mean the whole hangar's underwater? Let's go. I wanna go find these things out. Alright then. Let's go flying. Oh damn, it is as well. Look at that. Look at that. I love this. Having a ship that's freaking underwater. When we go underwater, you can physically see the... Oh, dude. When I find a crashed ship underwater, that's going to be the happiest day ever for me. Because salvaging it's going to be a bitch. But just being able to salvage something that's underwater would be completely awesome. So yeah, that has been the Phoenix-036 by Phoenix. Go and check this out in the workshop. I'll leave a link in the description below to it. Be aware it is a bit of a PC killer. I'm getting some weird lag spikes, as you probably noticed throughout the video. Ever so sorry for that. I do try and minimise it, but DPI is the only thing I can really change with this. I could tone down the look of the game, but I don't really want to because I want to see it all in its beauty. So if you guys have enjoyed this, you know where the button is. Give me a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, click the button now and also click the bell icon. If you haven't enjoyed the video, you know where that button is, and I will see you guys later. Peace!